So welcome back to video 6, the final video in this website giveaway series, sponsored by Niche Toolbox. So in this video, we're going to have a look at Niche Toolbox in more detail. We're going to create some content. We're going to come up with the ideas inside Niche Toolbox. We're also then going to create and write some of the content and maybe even play around with some memes and have a little bit of fun. The Facebook page is growing, the website just needs a little bit more content to it, some fresh, relevant content, so we can now start creating some more Facebook page and sending more people over to that relevant new content that we've created inside Niche Toolbox. So if you want to have a chance of winning this website, the Facebook page that goes with it, and a copy of Niche Toolbox, make sure you are subscribed to my newsletter. There's a link in the description because that's how we're going to pick a winner. The winner will be picked on May the 2nd, and I will inform the winner via the email you've submitted. So it's important you do sign up to that newsletter. If you like a look of what you see with Niche Toolbox, I'll also leave a link to that in the description, and there's a discount coupon in there. Just in case you don't want to wait and see if you win, if you want to grab it now, there is a discount coupon below. So let's head onto the computer and let's start creating some more content. Thank you to everybody who has entered this and commented and taken part in this video series. It's been a fun thing to do. So one thing I just want to highlight before we get started, the process that I am showing you now can be used on any niche. You could be selling a product, a service, you might have a pet website, you might have a travel blog. The process that I am showing you now doesn't have to be a viral style content website, doesn't have to be a news or entertainment style website. It can be used on every type of niche. I'm just showing it on this website because it's one that I created and started working on, and I thought it was a fun project to work on. So please don't think you have to just have this website like the one I'm showing you in this video. It can be used on any website. In fact, some of the most successful people I see, like Niche Site Lady, are using it for travel blogs. So it can be used on any niche. This is kind of a template and a process that anybody can pick up and use on your website. But for now, let's start creating some fun content over on thelaughingpost.com using Niche Toolbox. Let's jump on the computer now. Okay, so I'm going to show you around Niche Toolbox, show you every single feature in here, what it does and how it can help you create posts and come up with ideas, and also some memes and some nice things that you can use on your Facebook page to grow that. We're also going to need some ideas, so we will come up with some ideas using Niche Toolbox, but for this particular style of website, it's best that you just keep an eye on some of the most relevant websites. So this is an entertainment, satirical, comedy type website, so we can use pages and post ideas from things like the Babylon Bee, this one, Thump News. There's lots of places we can find ideas. Also, just searching in Facebook and seeing what is working is also a good idea. I've come up with a couple of ideas in my head already that we can punch into Niche Toolbox and see what it comes up with for us. So we can give it a few pointers and see what it comes up with. So you can see here, I came up with a couple of evergreen ideas. So things like most controversial films in history. We could do a very simple listicle of the 10 most controversial films. And then remember, we can create some catchy memes and images in Facebook and link to this article. That would be a very easy one to do. I've also seen one here, which is kind of a trending one, but also could be evergreen. This is going to be relevant for years. You can see here, why do flight attendants sit on their hands when a plane takes off? I saw a picture of this and it really caught my eye, and I wanted to click it. I didn't for whatever reason, but that would be a good one that's evergreen. I mean, it's going to be the same kind of content for years to come. So we could use that one as an evergreen one, and I'm quite interested, and obviously to find out why flight attendants sit on their hands when a plane takes off. Also, I saw this one here, a wild parrot. So a parrot that had got loose is living in a train station, and obviously it's a parrot, so it can learn to talk, and it's now mocking announcements, and it's telling people the wrong times when trains set off and stuff. It's quite funny. That would be a great one. And again, evergreen, another evergreen story. And then the final one I found, this is just from searching through my own news feeds, really. So another one here was, a mum has hatched a chicken from an egg that she purchased to eat from the local supermarket. I thought that was brilliant. You can imagine the story on that, you know, that you could have a picture of half a dozen eggs and you've got it covered with a blanket and you're trying to hatch it. So that could be quite funny. Now, obviously, this is a type of website that has trending and viral type stories. So we do want to come up with some trending ones on a daily basis. If this is a type of website you're going down and it's a type of niche that you're in, you want to be looking at every single story that's trending. Currently, the Addams Family, you know, the TV show called Wednesday, it is trending everywhere. It's been announced that it's due to be released on Netflix, I believe, on August the 6th. So that would be a great one. You could create loads of stories about the Addams Family, the old version versus the new Netflix TV show. I'm sure we can come up with some ideas on that. And then obviously the Pope passing away. Now, it depends how controversial you want to get. Do you want to get into that topic of religion? You know, obviously pages like News Thump and, you know, Babylon Bee, they do get into that. So, you know, you could go with something like this, the top 10 frontrunners next to be in line with for the Pope. Obviously, we're doing the conclave now, and there's going to be a number of days where they're choosing a new Pope. So we could, you know, come up with something a little bit funny, you know, Hulk Hogan to be the next Pope, etc. So it depends on how you want to go, whether you want to get into politics, religion. Obviously, this is this niche I am talking about. Obviously, if you were doing something like pets, it's far easier, and there's just a million evergreen stories that you could come up with. Okay, so hopefully you'll have an account that you've either purchased or you've won it in this giveaway, and you'll just log into your account. First of all, let me run through these. So blog ideas. So this is generating ideas which are good for creating posts. So this is ideal for your website. So this will give you some nice content ideas for a website. The social first blog post is exactly as it says. This is going to generate one or multiple blog post ideas which are better working on social media. So they grab social media, maybe a little bit more clickbaity, where this is more your regular blog post ideas. Status posts, they are just basically, I'll throw an image on the screen now. It's what you put in Facebook. It's typically one line, and it just asks something like, do you think we're going to have a hot summer this year? That's a status post. Meme generator is a selection of images and memes that are already popular inside Niche Toolbox. They've gathered them all together, and we can edit these and add our own titles, which create some new memes that are targeted towards your audience. The Facebook ad creator, again, I'll throw a screenshot up here. This is the type of Facebook post that you would typically run an ad to. You've probably seen them. Lad Bible uses them. Many travel bloggers use them. There's an image on screen now. You can see what it looks like. These are very good for linking to your blog post that we've created using this section up here. Traffic driving image posts, very similar to the Facebook ad creator. Again, it's going to design us some ads that are targeted towards social media. So maybe for a different platform rather than Facebook, but we can design some images on here that are these clickable viral type images. Then we have a couple of sections here that will help you out. This is just an AI chat service. So if you have any questions about the tool, it will help you out, answer your questions. You just launch the chat and ask it how to do something, and it will give you an instant response. That's your help section for this tool. There's also some video training here where we can open this up, and there's Niche Site Lady there going through this tool, demonstrating it much better than I can. And finally, there's two new sections. This tool is being constantly developed. I'm sure it's going to have even more features, but this one here will convert your blog post into a social media first content. So if you've got a very standard serious type blog post, it can be dropped into this tool here, and it will convert it into something a little bit more viral, a little bit more catchy. And the final one here is video to social blog post. So all you do is drop your video, your YouTube video maybe, and drop it into here, and it will transform it again into a blog post that's optimized for social media. Okay, so we can get started. I'm going to go to blog post. So I'm going to create a blog post on the website. Then we will create some images and some memes for it. So social media, it's not going to be really in the social media section. It's going to be on my website. So I'm going to go with a standard blog post. So you can put your niche in here. So I'm going to put entertainment. That's my niche. I'm going to keep it in the English language for the US. You can select a project here. I could just put anything. You could add a new project. This could be the giveaway series, just so you know where all your content is. Create a project. There we go. So we could put all the topics in that one project. So here's where we're going to want to come up with some ideas. So we're going to give it some instructions. Now, you can just write your own instructions. The more instructions you give it, the better ideas it's going to come up with. So which one should we take? So why don't we start off with the easiest one? We'll go for most controversial films in history. So copy that. So I'm going to give it some instructions. Give me some blog post ideas around the most controversial films in history. These films can cover any topic, any age, but films that caused some controversy or was banned from the big screen. Something like that. Okay, so we've got some very basic. I would give it even more than this. You could even use ChatGPT and put a prompt in here. Maybe it'll work better with that. There we go. I've given it a few instructions. Now all I'll do is click Generate Ideas. And it'll start to come up with some ideas for this blog post. Now, once it comes up with the ideas, we can actually start writing it inside the tool as well. This is not just an idea generator, it's everything. It can write it, it can come up with ideas, it can do all of it. So let's just see what it comes up with. Okay, so it's come up with a few ideas here. 13 forgotten films that sparked massive controversy. Okay, that's one. How to watch controversial films without losing your sleep. The 5 most controversial films in America versus the world. That's an interesting one. That might work. Watch at your own risk. 7 films that could change your worldview. Yeah, pretty good. Revealed secrets behind the most controversial films ever made. That sounds pretty good as well. Director's tales, battling the backlash. Why understanding film controversy saves no. Is it worth watching The Beginner's Guide to Controversial Films? No. 9 controversial films that outsmarted censorship. That's pretty good. So that'll be films that kind of should have been banned or are controversial but actually got through. I like that one. Let's just tick that. So yeah, let's have a go at writing that one. Why not? So how big and or short do we want this? For your social media posts, you don't want massive posts. Basically, you create the viral images and catchy clickbait titles in social media, send them to the website, and then you only want them to quickly read a fun, short piece of content. Nobody's going to sit there reading War and Peace or anything. So let's just do a really short version. All we do is click Write Article, and Niche Toolbox will start writing it for us. So let's click that. Okay, so once it's done, you'll see in the top corner it says blog post saved, and that's been saved under our project of giveaway series. You can see there. But all we need to do now, click the little green box that says view saved article. And you can see we have 9 controversial films that outsmarted censorship. Now, there you go. We've got an intro here. We've now got the films, A Clockwork Orange, The Exorcist. You know, some of these definitely probably should have been banned. We've got another one there. Monty Python, Life of Brian was very controversial in its time. Filmed 47 years ago, I believe it was. I'm a huge Monty Python fan, hence I know the year. The Last Tango in Paris, Pink Flamingos, Natural Born Killers. Yeah, I mean, that was banned in the UK, I believe. So that's a good one. Fahrenheit 9/11, political story. So there we go. We have a very simple blog post outline there. We can now do all the usual things in here. We can edit, we can bold, we can add images, we can create links. You can edit this exactly like you would a normal blog post. So it hasn't done a fantastic job of editing it, obviously formatting it. You know, you could make this blog post look better than it is right now, but it has done the basic work for you. Again, you could just do something very simple by just obviously fact checking everything, put it into a nice simple format like this. Don't really need that much images and fancy stuff, moving parts. They just need to be a very basic outline of a blog content, because once they're on there, you're making your money from your ad revenue, maybe some links to these films, maybe the DVD series. So there you go. Now all you need to do is just click Save Updates, and that has now saved under that giveaway series folder. And we can now upload that to our website. So that is done. I've saved that. I'm now going to actually just copy and paste this, and I'm going to actually just drop this as it is, just to give you an idea, straight into the website. And then we'll come back and let's make some images and some memes for this topic. Okay, so I'm just going to simply paste that straight into the article here. So we're straight onto the website. That's a H2 heading. What's that one? Is that the... Yeah, that's H1. That's the title. So that looks absolutely fine. So like I say, you can add a few images, make it even more interesting, would be brilliant. I'm just going to click over here. I'm going to alter the slug. So I'm going to delete that controversial films. That will do. There you go. Controversial films. I'm going to put that into the category of TV and film. Save that to draft. Okay, so let's create a post or an ad that we can put on Facebook. So I'm going to use the create Facebook ads here. So for the niche, I'm going to put controversial films, just basically the title. Here, give the AI some information. I'm going to put, give me a thumbnail / image for Facebook about controversial films that outsmarted censorship. 9 films that There we go. You can add your logo if you want, so nobody can copy it. And let's just click Create Ad. Okay, so you can see it's come up with a post here that is perfect for Facebook. That was the first attempt. If you want to try a new one, you can click up in the top corner, New. We can also start to change things here. So if there's anything you don't like, so for instance, it says here, press here. So you could change that, click here where it says bottom, and you could put something like, link in the comments. There we go. So they could simply just click the comment and it'll send them over via the link to the article that we've just created. Or if you want to get page likes, you could say, so if you want your page likes, you could just change it to something like that. Hit like if you love films. That's going to grow your Facebook page. You can change the text color here. You can change the font. There you go. You can change it to that one. Just like a normal editor, you can just change anything you want. Let's do that top one there. So let's change that. There we go. That looks a bit better. We can, change the outline, the actual text height. You can use this like a normal editor, but I absolutely like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I am going to change it back. I want to get people to click through to the article. Perfect. There's also a little symbol there, that little emoji. You can move that around wherever the like button is. You can put it like that. Wherever the like button is on Facebook page, move that to that. Obviously, you could change it. If you don't want that, you can get rid of that, and we could change it to maybe the shocking face. Like that. We could move that around, maybe there. Obviously, it is censorship film, so shocking emoji might work well. There we go. I think that's absolutely fine. So let's download that or add it to the project. So we have the article, we have a Facebook post. Can we create a meme for this? Now you can upload your own, or we can browse the memes that's already in here and look for something that is kind of film related. That's obviously a film related one. So we're looking at shocking films. So the Joker, that one possibly should have been banned. So that might be a good template. Let's just have a look, see if there's any more kind of film related ones that might work, just to create a little viral meme. Let's have a look. You can see there's lots of different meme ideas on here. There's that one, isn't there? That's another one. That's another film. Shocked cat. I think the one we saw back there probably looked the best. So let's go back up and let's select, which one was it? The Joker. Let's use that one here. So this will come up with a funny meme for us. So the goal is that it should be funny. What is the topic? The topic is controversial films outsmarted censorship. Let's just put 9 controversial films. Let's click generate, and it's going to give us a meme idea. Now, if we don't like the first one, we can check it to do it again and see what it comes up with. So there you go. So it says, film creators make everything controversial and everybody loses their minds. But when they outsmarted censorship, nobody bats an eyelid. I get where it's coming from with that one because we put outsmarted censorship. If we don't like that, click generate again, and it will come up with the same image in the background, but a different wording. Here we go. A film outsmarts censorship and no one bats an eye. But try showing a PG-13 kiss scene and everybody loses their mind. See, that's quite a good one. So let's download that one. Again, if you wanted to try something different, you could actually change the words in here and you could actually do your own. So, you could put 9 controversial films that outsmarted censorship. Nobody even noticed. How's about that? Is that better than the one it came up with? So 9 controversial films that outsmarted censorship. Nobody even noticed. I like that. So before we publish those pieces of content on Facebook and link them to this article, I've just created a quick featured image. I just used Canva, just created a very simple one. Let me just add that one. There we go. Do your normal tagging on there. There we go. We now have a thumbnail as well. So we can publish that. Let's see what that looks like. Hit publish. Let's view the post. There we go. 9 controversial films that outsmarted censorship. And there's the 9 films. So that article is done. If we head to the main home screen, you can see there it is. So you probably want to make that thumbnail a bit better. I did that in like 30 seconds. But there we go. We now have something to link to. So let's open that. Let's grab the link. Let's go back to Facebook. So the first thing we can publish is one of our memes. So that's a meme that'll just get people liking and commenting. Now let's add the actual link to one of them. So what about the actual image we created? There we go. All I'm going to do is click publish on that because it already says link in the comments. So all I'm going to put here is read more and drop the link into the comments. Again, I'll just mention again, you don't link the image itself because Facebook will spot that and it won't give you as much reach. Put the link to the article that you're sending them to in the comments. It's a much better way of tricking Facebook into thinking that you're not sending them away from Facebook, basically. So there we go. We have a little meme there. We have that image there. We could also then post the other meme or schedule it out for later. Then we have 3 pieces of content around that one article. And if they click the link in the comments, they're going to head over to that article. So you can see the Facebook group now has 1,600 followers. I've not run any more ads on it. Here's some posts that I created. I did this one with ChatGPT. Look at that. What archaeologists will dig up in the future. Obviously cosmetic surgery skeleton there. It's had a few people laughing at that. I shared a post that I found was funny. I created that one myself. I did this one about JD Vance visiting the Pope and then the Pope died the next day. What's the chances? That's got 3 comments. There's a few here. This one, again, very, very simple. And I just put, pick a sauce, ketchup is not available. And everybody's started commenting, look, barbecue. 12 comments actually on that. Look at that. Pretty good, isn't it? So even though this is a satirical, possibly political type website, look at all this. This is just some comments on food. So you can see how it works. And obviously there's a few that's getting more traffic than others. That was another ChatGPT one. And that one's the one that we ran some ads to. Look, 44 people like that one. So yeah, it's growing well. That's how you do it. That's a full process showing you behind Niche Toolbox. Everything you need is here. The first thing I would do though is check out the Niche Toolbox training. If you get stuck, ask the AI and niche site lady for any help that you need here.
Otherwise, just start going into here and creating some ideas.
So that's it, we come to the end of the video series. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been something a little bit different from me. Remember, you can take this strategy and apply it to any website that you have. It just so happens that this was a satirical, fun website that I'd already created, and I thought it'd be a good project to work on YouTube in front of you guys and then give it away at the end. So remember, if you want to win it, subscribe to the newsletter, the link's in the description. The winner will be informed via email, not necessarily by a YouTube video, so make sure you are checking your emails and see if you have won the website, thelaughingpost.com, the Facebook page that goes with it, and a free copy of Niche Toolbox. That's everything you need to create any type of social media traffic and hopefully start earning some money online. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.